Welcome to Ask and Learn.
Hello students, let's begin with this question. Here some reactions are given. So the first one is Be2C plus 4H2O. It will give 2 moles of barium hydroxide plus 1 mole of CH4. So here in the question the moles of Be2C is given, which is equals to 1.3533 moles. Then here the moles of water is given, which is equals to 0.918 moles. Now let's compare here the mole ratios in order to find out the moles of the CH4. So now here if we compare the mole ratios of the reactant, so Be2C is 1 ratio, this is water is 4. So this is 1 ratio 4. So here we get that 0.918 divided by 4. So this comes to be 2.0.2 295, and this value is 1.3533 upon 1, which is equals to 1.3533. So this value is lesser. So here in this case this water is the limiting reagent. So here if we see the balanced reaction, 4 moles of water, this will gives the 1 mole of CH4. So from here the moles of CH4 is equals to 1, this is equals to 1 by 4 into 0.918 moles. So here we get this moles. So here the moles of CH4 is equals to 0.2295 moles. Now here in the next part, this reaction is given, that is 3 moles of iron. It will react with 4 moles of H2O. It will give 1 mole of Fe3O4 plus 4 moles of H2. So here in the question the moles of water is given, which is equals to 1.1611 moles. Then here the mass of iron is given, which is equals to 362.49 gram. So here we have to find out its moles. So here the moles of iron is equals to 362.49 gram upon its molar mass is 55.845 gram per mole. So these moles comes to be 6.49 moles. Now let's compare here the mole ratios of the reactant. So iron to water, so their mole ratio is 3 ratio 4. So this is equals to 1.1611 divided by 3. This is the, here this is for the water, here is the 6.49 divided by 3, this is equals to 1.1611 divided by 4. So on solving this we get here the value of 2.16, and this is equals to 0.290. So this is the smaller value. So in this case water is the limiting reagent here. So now from the balanced equation, 4 moles of water 4 moles of water, this will gives the 1 mole of Fe2O3. So from here the moles of the Fe2O3 is equals to, this is equals to 1.1611 divided by 4 moles. So here we get this moles, which comes to be 0.290 moles. Now here in the next part the given reaction is the, here P4H10 plus, here is P4O10 plus 6H2O, it will give 4H3PO4. So here in the question the mass of water is given, which is equals to 124.3 gram. So here the moles of the water is equals to 124.3 gram divided by 18.016 gram per mole. So these moles comes to be 6.899 moles. Then here the mass of P4O10 is given, which is equals to 3.307.65 gram. So here its moles is equals to, given mass is 307.65 gram upon its molar mass is 283.889 gram per mole. So here we get these moles. So these moles comes to be, so this is equals to, here the moles are 1.803 moles. Now let's compare here the mole ratios of P4O10 to the water. So here the ratio is the 1 ratio 6. So here the moles of water is 6.899 divided by 6. So this is equals to, so here this value comes to be, here this comes to be, now this is equals to 1.149, and for P4O10 is 1.803 upon 1, which is equals to 1.803. So this value is the lesser value. So in this case, the water is the limiting reagent here. So now from the balanced equation, 6 moles of H2O, this will gives the 4 moles of H3PO4. So from here the moles of H3PO4 is equals to 4 by 6 into 6.899 moles. So this is equals to 4.59 moles. Now we have the moles. From this moles we can find out the mass. So mass of H3PO4 is equals to 4.59 moles into its molar mass is 97.994 gram per mole. So here we get this mass, which is equals to 449.79 gram. I hope this video is useful for you to understand this problem. Thank you.